The Story of Hanukkah, paintings by Ori Sherman. Long ago, in the ancient land of Judea, the Jews dwelt in peace. They wanted only to worship God, to keep His laws, and to celebrate His glory. Their temple in the holy city of Jerusalem stood on Mount Moriah for all to see. Within its walls were many precious objects, but among them was a simple lamp. For hundreds of years the Jews had kept it burning. Its strong, clear light showed the power of their faith. In those days, a king named Alexander reigned over the Jews, and he was merciful. But it happened that another, who was called Antiochus, came into the land. With a multitude of soldiers, he came to Jerusalem and decreed that the Jews must forsake their laws. No longer could they keep the Sabbath or worship God in their temple. Now the Jews must bow down before idols, and if any refused, they would die. While faithful Jews watched in horror, the soldiers entered the temple itself. They placed an idol upon the golden altar and allowed pigs to run there. They drank from the holy vessels, and then they set fire to the books of the law. The oil in the lamp was spilled, and the light in the temple went out. Now, in the town of Modin, there dwelt a man called Mattathias, who had 5 sons. And when they saw what had been done to the temple of Jerusalem, they wept and mourned sorely. Never, they vowed, would they forsake God's laws. The king's soldiers came and set an idol in the town, but Mattathias threw it down and called to the people, saying, "Whoever is for the Lord, come!" And then his sons fled into the mountains, and many who sought justice also followed. When the king was told that the Jews had gone down into the wilderness, he assembled a vast army. It was the Sabbath, and the Jews were forbidden to fight. But the soldiers rose up in battle against them, slaughtering thousands. Then the Jews saw that they must fight even on the Sabbath. One day, Mattathias died, and his son Judah and Maccabee led the Jews, for he was a great warrior. But the people were frightened and came to Judah, saying, "How can we who are so few fight against a multitude?" That night, under a starry sky, Judah prayed to God. And when morning came, he said to the people, "Do not be afraid, for the Lord is with us. Strength comes from heaven. It is not in the size of an army." Then, valiantly, the Jews fought, defeating all enemies and generals that Antiochus could send against them. But when they marched triumphantly into Jerusalem and saw the temple abandoned and desolate, the strong soldiers began to weep. Then Judah and those who were with him went up to cleanse the temple. They built an altar again according to the law, and made new holy vessels and other precious things. At last it was time to light the lamp and rededicate the temple to God. They searched all the rooms and courtyards until they found one cruse of pure oil the invaders had overlooked. But it was only enough for one day. And after Judah saw this, he took the cruse of oil in his hand and said to the people, "Let us rejoice in what we have, and light the lamp to worship and praise God who has delivered us." Then the people fell upon their knees and prayed. They thought it would burn for only a day, but the oil in the lamp kept burning. Some said the flame grew brighter and brighter, illuminating every corner of the temple and dazzling the worshippers at their prayers. And when more pure oil was finally made, the oil had burned for 8 days and 8 nights. These events were in the Hebrew month of Kislev, beginning on the 25th day. Afterward, Judah and his brothers decreed that the 8 days of the rededication of the temple should be kept always in their season from year to year. And so, like the oil of long ago, the lights of Hanukkah still burn brightly, proclaiming God's glory and the freedom of the Jews.